Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan from Boredom Sated, and this is the rest of the Boredom Sated crew. Today, we are continuing our opinion, at least, on overpowered spells for 5th edition D&D. Today, we are going to be talking about 8th level, the penultimate level. These are on the super duper powerful scale, but not world-changing level spells. These have some incredible effects, and we will see some, again, as usual, some double ups. And we've got a couple of differing opinions when it comes to everything else.
Yes.
So I am going to open up today with my first spell, which is Illusory Dragon. If you guys have watched a lot of these, you notice I don't really pick damaging spells all that often for these top end spells, but this is a really fun one. 8th level actually has a lot of multi-round damaging spells that are based on concentration. The thing is, a lot of them are, here, be in this area, you take a bunch of damage. Then if you enter the area again, or if you stay in the area, you continue to take a bunch of damage. Illusory Dragon gives us something a little different. First casting time, 1 action, range 120 feet, concentration up to 1 minute, spells only wizard. You always know if it's only one caster that gets it, it's powerful. By gathering shadows from of shadow material from the Shadowfell, you create a huge shadowy dragon in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The illusion lasts for the spell's duration and occupies its space as if it were a creature. When the illusion appears, any of your enemies that can see it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of it for 1 minute. If a frightened creature ends its turn in a location where it can't see the illusion, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. So, it's a dragon. Make a fear save. Here's the reason why I love this spell. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the illusion up to 60 feet. At any point during its movement, you can cause it to exhale a blast of energy in a 60-foot cone originating from its space. When you create the dragon, choose a damage type: acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, or poison. Each creature in the cone must make a intelligence saving throw, taking 7d6 of the chosen damage type on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So you're doing elemental damage as an intelligence save at any point you want as a 60-foot cone on a 60-foot movement scale. The enemies can move anywhere they want. You can shape this thing. The illusion is tangible because of the stuff, shadow stuff that used to create it, but attacks automatically miss it. It automatically succeeds on all saving throws, and it is immune to all damage and conditions. A creature that uses an action to examine the dragon can determine that it is an illusion by succeeding on an intelligence investigation check against your spell DC. However, with a lot of illusions, doing that means, oh my god, it's an illusion, it goes away. Not with this. If you discern it's an illusion, you get advantage on the saving throw against the breath weapon. That's it. Nothing bonus else. You just get a bonus on this. You just get advantage on the saving throw. This is a concentration up to 1 minute spell, and as your bonus action, you can throw 7d6 damage at a 60-foot cone for the entire minute.
Here's a quick question. Remember the rogue's evasion is based on dexterity saves? Does that apply to this? Because it's an intelligence save.
It's an intelligence save. It's not a dex save. That's why it's so good. Oh god, I love this spell as an offensive spell. And guess what? This is another one. GMs will love it.
Yeah.
It's a GM favorite automatically. It's like, I'm just going to throw 7d6 at the entire party over and over and over again. It's an illusion. I don't care. You still take damage. It's an intelligence save, so you figure out it's an illusion, and then it's like, haha, I figured out it's an illusion. Your intelligence save is a +1. You're still going to fail it almost every single time. So I believe the appropriate response at that point is neener, 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 neener.
Yes. So that is a very good spell. So my first spell at 8th level is Maze, and based on only one class getting it, this is it's a wizard spell. So what does Maze do? It banishes a creature you can see with range into a labyrinth demiplane. The target remains there until the spell expires or it escapes the maze. The target can use its action to make an intelligence check to escape the maze. Another intelligence check. But the spell doesn't work on minotaurs or Garistro demons, who automatically make it a success. All right, so 2 creatures in all of Dungeons and Dragons that are immune to an 8th level spell. But
make a Minotaur character class. Ha ha.
Minotaurs look good at that. Yeah.
Yes. But the interesting, it lasts for 10 minutes. You have to concentrate. But the interesting thing is, even if the person makes a saving throw, he still disappears for 1 action because he can't do anything until it's his action to try to use an intelligence check. So it still takes away 1 action away from the individual as the worst case scenario.
My first spell is Telepathy. Now, why Telepathy? Well, it is a 1 action, unlimited range, and lasts 24 hours. And it can only be cast by the wizard. And basically, you can contact any person you want on the same plane and coordinate and talk for 24 hours. And that includes anything with an intelligence of 1 or above. They'll understand you. And you can coordinate and say your party got split into 2. You can now coordinate, hey, we're seeing this, we're seeing that. Or you're on the other side of the world or another planet, and you need to coordinate to do something. Press a button here at the same time. You can do it. Yeah, as they say, you can metagame in-game. But that it's a pretty powerful when you can just basically, hey, we got split up. I can now contact everybody or contact the main people, the leaders of both groups, and then we can coordinate on whatever we need to do to get back together or defeat the bad guy or anything else that you could think of. It just allows, universal, anywhere communication, more powerful than your iPhone.
All right, my first pick was Clone. As the prerequisite of this is very, very powerful spell, only 1 class can cast it. It's the wizard. That's a necromancy spell. It's also a very expensive spell. It takes 1 hour to cast, but it lasts, more than a lifetime. Let's put it this way. Long story short, it creates a clone of you. You can make this clone younger, in the prime of life. By the time you get this spell, generally, assuming you're in a campaign and you've been a seasoned adventurer, you're around 15th level. Now, for wizard, that means you might be as old as Gandalf at this point. You might be 50, 60 years old. Wouldn't it be nice to go back in time and be 20 again with all the things you know? Well, after 120 days of basically maturation, you can do that. This is basically your fail-safe against death. If you die, the main body, your spirit, your soul goes back to this clone and say, "Ha-ha! I am back, and younger and beautiful. I'm going to get revenge on the whatever killed me." So yes, this so long as it's not disturbed while it's maturing, it will last indefinitely. So this is like one of those wonderful fail-safes. Oh my goodness, we're trapped in another plane of existence, and there's no way out. We're about to die. Oh wait, I'll be fine. I'll come back. I'll get you guys later. Sorry about it. It is, however, a very expensive spell. It costs a diamond that's worth 1,000 gold pieces. You have to have at least 1 cubic inch of your flesh. This could be rather rough when you can figure out which part of you wants to be cut off. And a vessel, a sarcophagus, a huge urn, a coffin, worth 2,000 gold pieces. So the total cost of this is 3,000 gold pieces. So it isn't cheap. But it is the ultimate fail-safe. It says, okay, I don't fear death. I have pretty much a free resurrect. And I can look better and be perfectly fine. If you're under a curse, if you're assuming that the curse doesn't follow your soul, if I'm diseased and I somehow can't get rid of it or whatever else, poisoned, it won't follow me. I'm always on the business end of a vocal blade. I'll still have my head. That's about it. It's one of those things where you are very much forward thinking, and it's something wizards should always have on them if they can manage it. It's too good not to have. That's my first spell.
Now, I will mention that all of us picked this spell because clone is ridiculous. I will mention one or two quick things that Mike did not mention. First, range is not self. Range is touch. Don't have to do it on yourself. In fact, if you've got the time and you've got the money, you can create a clone of the entire party and then wait the 120 days and go fight that lich or fight that dragon. You can all die and then all come back here, which means everybody's resurrected. The problem is, your stuff doesn't come with you.
Yeah.
So if you lose a bunch of magic stuff, you got that bit wrong. You can't get your stuff back. However, you have all of your memories, you have your personality, you have your abilities, and you have all of that cool stuff. So the clone is basically a perfect clone of you. If your entire party were going to die, your entire party can live once again. Just, you might have to take some time to adventure again to get some stuff back.
Well, if you already can afford 3,000 gold pieces per party member, and it's like your 15th level, you should have like backup weapons and stuff. And
yeah, but are you bringing the good stuff? I mean, come on, probably bringing the good stuff. You need to get the good stuff again.
True, that's very true.
Yeah, if you've lost your artifact weapon, then you have a problem because now you have to go get it back. I mean, you probably know where you were, so you can try to go back, but that's still a little rough because the thing that killed you is still there.
But you have surprised. It doesn't expect you to be coming back.
That's true, especially if you set it up so you're only a day away.
So it's just like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the clone.
I feel like we need to be making Star Wars references now, but all right, let's move on. All right, so my second spell that I chose, well, my second spell was Clone, but the second spell that I'm going to talk about is Antimagic Field. Antimagic Field has a casting time of 1 action. Antimagic Field can be classed by Cleric and Wizards. 2 classes. Range of self, but it's a 10-foot radius sphere. Duration is concentration up to 1 hour. Anti-magic field is exactly what you think it is. It's a 10-foot radius around you where magic doesn't work. And when I say magic doesn't work, I mean magic doesn't work. Spells don't work. Areas of effect don't work. Items are no longer magical. Magical travel doesn't happen. You can't try to dispel it because you're trying to use magic to get rid of the thing that says you can't use magic on it. Creatures that are specifically summoned, gone. Like everything just doesn't work. Magical items, +1 longsword, nothing. Vorpal, what's Vorpal? It's just a longsword. It doesn't do anything. Spells coming in or going out, nothing. Magical wall of fire. I'll just walk through the wall of fire because it will literally part 10 feet on either side of me. The only things that work when you have an anti-magic field going are things that are artifacts and things that gods say can't not work. And that's GM discretion right there. That's all I'm going to say. GM discretion. Anti-magic field is another one of those. The GM uses this spell because it makes the players have to think plan. And when players use this spell, the GM says, you really got to go ahead and do this kind of thing. Really? Really? It's one of those spells that the GM has to decide to play around if they want to. And it's one of those old spells we used to have, if you take this spell, I take this spell. And that's how the GM made the players not take it. Because if the players take it, the GM takes it, and the GM can use it better. And that's why Anti-Magic Field is so strong. It's just, nothing works. Spellcasters are screwed. Have someone cast it, you then hang out in behind the monk, and then have the monk grapple the wizard, and the wizard can't do anything in the field, and just laugh.
Yep.
Anti-Magic Field's great.
Definitely. So my second spell is Holy Aura, and this one is only used by clerics, so it's in that powerful category. It's cast on self, concentration up to a minute, and this is what it does. So you choose who within 30 feet of you gets the benefit of this. So anybody that gets the benefit has advantage on all saving throws for the duration, and creatures who attack those individuals have disadvantage on their attack rolls. If a fiend or an undead attempts to attack a creature under the effect of the spell, it must make a Constitution saving throw or be blinded for the duration. So I have advantage on all saving throws, and you have disadvantage on to hit me. Good luck.
It's so good. The only weakness to this spell is the fact that it's concentration only up to 1 minute.
A minute. Yep.
But oh my god, it is so good.
Yep.
My second spell is Dominate Monster. And this has Dominate Person before it. Dominate Monster does the same exact thing. It is a 1-action, 60-foot range, concentration up to 1 hour with a heightened 1 to 9th level, lasting 8 hours. You get to dominate a monster and actually make it do whatever you want it to do. It's got a wisdom saving throw, and then, hey, jump off the cliff. And if it dies, it's done. If it doesn't, it gets another saving throw. Any damage, but it's the same thing. So basically, Mr. Dragon, give me your gold. That's it. He's going to start giving you his gold, unless he saves. That is that type of power with the dominate. I guess you could call it the dominate series of spells that allow you to do a lot of different things. And it can be cast by a bard, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard, which is quite a few for such a powerful spell.
All right, my dominate monster is my second choice, so I'll go straight to my third choice, which is Feeblemind. Feeblemind can be cast by bards, druids, warlocks, and wizards, so it's got quite a plethora of individuals. One action casting time with 150-foot range. And this is an intelligence saving throw, so you already know most character classes are in trouble. Also, most monsters are in trouble as well. Not every one of them have intelligence as a good saving throw. Now, it does 46 psychic damage and forces that intelligence saving throw. So you always take that 4d6 and must take a saving throw. So there's no saving throw for half. You're taking that 46 mental psychic damage. If you fail this, your intelligence and charisma become 1. This lasts for 30 days. You can get a saving throw at the end of that 30 days, but 30 days is pretty freaking beefy for a spell in terms of duration. Basically, the guy can't cast spells, can't activate magic items, doesn't know how to communicate in any intelligent way. And he can, however, identify friends, follow them around, and even protect them. But for the most part, this will neuter a monster or a character class. And if they fail that saving throw, intelligence saving throw, they are basically screwed. However, it can be ended by heals, wishes, and greater restoration. But it's one of those things where and the material component for this is a handful of clay, glass, or mineral spheres. So it's nothing crystal glass. So it's nothing too expensive to cast. And it's got a very good range, 150 feet, which is the length and breadth of most battlefields, or dungeons, rooms, whatever areas you can engage your enemy in. But it is a devastating spell. So that's my pick.
Feeblemind is, again, a great pick, especially for a player, because monsters don't usually have greater restoration or heal at their fingertips.
Yeah.
And it's a devastating thing to cast onto a player, but at least as long as their cleric is still around, they should be able to get the greater restoration or the heal to make it so that it doesn't actually hurt them that badly.
Unless targeting the cleric.
I thought about that too, and it's real bad. So, that is our list of spells for this. Clone obviously takes a lot of prep time, but my god, is it powerful. It's basically just like a strictly better version of Resurrection. There's other spells here. Again, there's a lot of good damaging spells at level 8. There's a lot of great spells in general at level 8, so it depends on what you really want to do. Also, a lot of the spells we picked are wizard-specific, which means that if you're not playing wizard, you might not be able to take all the ones we've listed. But, that's just how the breaks go. So, if there's anything you agree with, disagree with, let us know. If there's a spell that you completely agree with and think, here's a situation that had happened, or here's a situation we didn't think of and why it's so devastating, let us know. Like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.